Well, a very good afternoon to you. It's 1 p.m. here on Splash 105.5 FM. Here's the news at 1. I am Charity Jerome. First, the news headlines. Southeast governors establish new outfit to tackle rising insecurity. NAFDAC confirms killer chemical merchants involved in Kano deaths. On the foreign scene, unrest as police shoot black man near Minneapolis. And in sports, David Aya upsets Big Brother Niger housemate Edwards to claim high jump gold for Delta State. Details of these and more coming shortly. Governors from the southeast of Nigeria have established a security outfit called Ebube Agu as part of plans to checkmate the rising unrest in the region stemming from an increase in criminal activities. According to a communique put out by governors of the southeast, the agency is to oversee and monitor the activities of vigilante groups in the region. Chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, Dave Umahi, who read the statement after a meeting in Imo State, noted that the headquarters of Ebube Agu security outfit will be in Enugu State.
The meeting appreciated the formation of Southeast Joint Security Outfit, named Ebube Agu, whose headquarters is in Enugu, to coordinate our vigilante in Southeast. Southeast Governor requested the acting IGP to stop the influx of IGP monitoring units into Southeast, but to allow the CPs and states, the CPs of our state and zonal commands to handle their cases and be the one to refer to the headquarters of Abuja when the need arises. Chief of Arrest Ndibo and the CAN leadership to find out the reasons for increasing insecurity in the southeast of late. Meeting agreed that military policing in the southeast should be adequately funded and should become very effective. Meeting agreed that open grazing has been banned in southeast a long time now, but requested that security agencies should do everything to implement it. The meeting encouraged a peaceful coexistence of farmers and traders.
Elsewhere, the Nigeria Bar Association NBA Makurdi branch has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to order a probe into the invasion of Konshisha and Gwe East local government areas of Benue State. The appeal was contained in a statement yesterday in Makurdi by its branch chairman, Justin Gagbir. The defense headquarters had claimed that unknown men killed an army captain and 11 soldiers on the Achoho Oju Road in Konshisha. According to the defense headquarters, the soldiers were on special operation to bring peace to the warring communities of Bonta and Okwete. But Wagir appealed to President Buhari to urgently caution the military and order investigation into the invasion of the two local government areas. A former governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas Okorocha, has been honored with the Outstanding Friend of Ibadan for sponsoring education in Ibadan at the occasion held to mark Ibadan last week. Okorocha's award was in recognition of his contributions to the education of indigenous students through his free education programs. Senator Okorocha has, however, called on Nigerians to collectively fight poverty to achieve the desired national development. Speaking during the grand finale of the 2021 Ibadan Week celebration held at the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium in Ibadan, Okorocha said that poverty and injustice were the common enemies of Nigerians, saying Nigerians must rise up to find lasting solutions to the menace.
That this award will go a long way to bring about stability in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This award given to me is an award given to the entire Nigeria. It's an award given to over 5,000 of diligent children and grateful for being remembered. Because in our checkers, it's not common to see an Igbo man being honored in the Yoruba land. Neither is it possible to honor an outside man or a Fulani in a Yoruba land, and vice versa. But what we are doing now is building a bridge of peace and unity across the length and breadth of the Federal Republic. And by this award, I pledge to remain a son of the fatherland.
He thanked the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Saliu Aditunji, as well as Ibadan sons and daughters for finding him worthy of the award. The President General, Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, Chief Yemi Shola Doye, said that the annual Ibadan Week was to celebrate Ibadan indigenes and others who have contributed to its development. Members in the informal sector of the Trade Union Congress have been advised to adhere strictly to the provisions of the Labour and refrain from acts that will tarnish the image of the Congress. The chairman of the Trade Union Congress in Oyo State, Comrade Emmanuel Ogundiran, gave the admonition while welcoming the new executives of the Ibadan chapels of the Road Transport Employer Association of Nigeria Transport Union, reiterating that the Congress remains committed to the well-being of all its members. Comrade Ogundiran, while commending the leadership of the association in the state for being peaceful in all their conducts, charged them to desist from acts that could truncate the peace being enjoyed across the state.
This is historical. This union, the Road Transport Employer Association of Nigeria, they just moved into TUC as an affiliate. That was done less than 6 months ago at Uyo. So, and this was the first of its kind, at least in recent time, in Oyo State, possibly in the southwest, where their transition will be very peaceful and the election will have been conducted at their various chapels and zones. So, what we have come to witness here today is a peaceful transition from one set of officers of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria to another. And you can see, very peaceful. And I'm very sure the governor of the state, as the chief security officer of the state, will be very happy that this is a union that is transiting. Transport union, for that matter, without violence. No cutlass.
The chairman of the association in Oyo State, Kamoruddin Ido, while lauding the state governor, Seyi Makinde, for his efforts and maturity in handling the issues of insecurity in Ibadan axis of the state, enjoined the new executives to be good ambassadors of the union and avoid behavior that could tarnish the image of the brand. The United Nations has condemned the attack on humanitarian facilities in Damasak, a town in Borno State. In a statement, United Nations Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator in Nigeria, Edward Cullen, raised concern over the recurrent reports of violent attacks by non-state armed groups, putting the lives of civilians at risk. He stated that civilians and aid workers, as well as their facilities and assets, should never be a target for terrorist attacks. The Nigerian army had confirmed the attack, which occurred on Saturday, although it said good ground troops, supported by the air component of Operation Lafia Dole, thwarted the attack. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has apprehended merchants of dangerous chemicals used in adulterated flavored drinks that led to the loss of 3 lives in Kano State. The agency stated that internal investigation revealed that only 2 of the 5 flavored drinks identified in the incident were registered by NAFDAC, while 3 were not on the agency's database. It added that the said chemical did not pass through NAFDAC, as there were no records at the Chemical Evaluation and Research Directorate to suggest that permission was given to anyone to import the chemical into the country. NAFDAC Director General Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, who made these known in a statement signed by the agency's resident medical consultant, Sayo Kintola, yesterday, noted that a preliminary result of the agency's investigation was submitted to the Kano State Governor, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, during her 2-day visit to the state on an on-the-spot assessment of the incident. Professor Adeyeye added that internal checks at the Ports Inspection Directorate revealed that the chemical was not imported through the ports. It's still the news at 1 p.m. on Splash 105.5 FM. Still ahead, unrest as police shoot black man near Minneapolis. And in sports, David Aya upsets Big Brother Niger housemate Edwards to claim high jump gold for Delta State. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll bring you details of these and other stories. Do stay with us.
A fully furnished, nice and comfortable hostel accommodation in University of Ibadan, or a place for seminars and executive trainings at the same venue? You do not have to worry. Adebayo Akonde Hall suits your lodging needs and provides you a home away from home. Adebayo Akonde Hall is a 4-star hostel built in a serene environment with constant supply of electricity. It has fully furnished rooms that gives you great comfort at an affordable price. Adebayo Akonde Hall is located at Ajibode Extension, University of Ibadan. To make reservations, visit www.adebayohall.com or call the numbers 0805-699-8718, 0805-699-8719, 0805-699-8720. Adebayo Akonde Hall. Built for comfort. Built for you.
Well, it's good to have you back on the news at 1 p.m. on Splash 105.5 FM. Turning to the foreign scene now. Tear gas has been fired and a curfew imposed amid angry protests after police fatally shot a black man in a traffic stop in the U.S. city of Brooklyn Center, just north of Minneapolis. The man has been identified by relatives as 20-year-old Dante Wright. Tensions in Minneapolis are high as the trial of the former officer accused of killing George Floyd take place. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said he was closely monitoring the situation and praying for Mr. Wright's family. Hundreds of protesters chanting Dante Wright's name gathered late on Sunday outside the police headquarters in Brooklyn Center, just a few kilometers north of central Minneapolis. The Iranian foreign minister has said his country will take revenge for an attack on an underground nuclear site for which it has blamed Israel. Iranian officials said the Natanz uranium enrichment plant was the target of nuclear terrorism on Sunday after initially reporting a power failure. New advanced centrifuges to enrich uranium had just been activated there. Israel has not commented, but public radio cited intelligence sources as saying it was a Mossad cyber operation. And finally, in sports news, David Aya upsets former Big Brother Niger housemate Edwards to claim high jump gold for Delta State at the National Sports Festival. In what was a befitting end to an action-packed day at the National Sports Festival in Benin, Edo State, David Aya of Delta State pipped Mike Edwards to gold. Edwards was coming into the games off the back of a convincing victory at the third MOC Grand Prix, where he scaled 2.15 meters. The competition started in earnest when the bar was raised to 1.80 meters, with 4 of the jumpers passing up on 1.75 meters. Aya took gold based on a count back. Oyedele won silver, while Edwards took bronze. Speaking after the jump, an elated David Aya said his sight was now turned to making the world junior standards and the Olympic standard.
I would allow walk into this, but I'll be able to greater than this. But my coach, I don't know what to say, God, I'm speechless now right now. I feel happy, I feel fulfilled. I feel grateful to God, because God to lead me to this. Because I don't know what to say. First, I make the All-African Games standard. Now, my next target is World Junior Standard 216. Now, I will go after the 216, I'll be going for the 233, making the Olympics team. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm grateful. Like, it's with God all alone. I'm speechless right now. He beat me at the MOC Grand Prix by 2 weeks ago. So come here, I doubled everything. Like I did not sleep. I made sure I put hard work, morning, evening, no day off.
Mike Edward, on his part, praised David Aya for pushing all the way to secure the gold medal, describing the competition as mentally tasking for him.
And I think that's how it should be when you go to national festivals, national championships. You know, you want to see the best of the best in the country. So today I wasn't the best, and those guys, improved themselves, and it's a huge credit to the work that they've been putting in. It was a great show, and I'm exhausted. We're all exhausted, but at the same time, this is what competition is about. You have to prove yourself. Throughout all obstacles, we train physically, but we also train mentally. So today, was probably one of the most mental, examinations I've had, in the competition for a while. Really pushed me mentally, and I think this is a great competition to have in the back pocket, because who knows what else the season will throw at me moving forward. So it's Olympic year, anything is possible. So we just go see what we can do.
To other sports news now. Tottenham are to determine the most effective action moving forward after Son Heung-min suffered abhorrent racist abuse on social media. The South Korean forward was abused following Sunday's 3-1 Premier League home defeat by Manchester United. Teammate Davinson Sanchez received racist messages on social media after a 2-2 draw at Newcastle on the 4th of April. Son, who scored for Tottenham in Sunday's defeat, was involved in an incident in which Manchester United had a goal disallowed after he was caught in the face by Scott McTominay. And just before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Southeast governors have established a new outfit to tackle rising unrest. NAFDAC has confirmed killer chemical merchants involved in Kano deaths. On the foreign scene, we told you that unrest has been reported in Minneapolis as police shoot black man. And in sports, David Aya upsets Big Brother Niger housemate Edwards to claim high jump gold for Delta State. For more details on the news, you can visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. Now you can download the Splash FM mobile app on iOS, BlackBerry World, and Google Play Store to listen live, get news updates, and opinion poll. You can also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5 and then click to download. We now have come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station, and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawowo, assisted by Chinwe Churchill. I am Charity Jerome. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening.
Quick, Charger 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the